Very good evening, my dear future chartered accountants. I hope you all are doing great. How are you all? Are you all studying? Okay. So today we are in the last leg of this chapter. That is chapter number 9. Today is the last class and we will wind up this chapter today. Okay, but before that, I would like to ask you, did you go through the rest of the entities that we have already done? Did you study? Or you are enjoying your summer vacations? Is it so? CA students don't have summer vacations. Okay? Don't see your siblings and then, crib that I am enjoying my summer vacations. Okay. Others also, please reply. Did you all study the rest of the entities? Okay. So today we will be starting with cooperative societies. Okay. Now, before this, what is actually a cooperative society? They say it is an autonomous association of persons united voluntarily to meet their common economic, social, and cultural need and aspiration through a jointly owned enterprise. Ma'am, what does it mean? Simply means that it is a voluntary association of few individuals, okay, who come together, who unite to meet some of their common economic or social or cultural interests. For example, have you heard of, you all must be knowing Amul. Amul is a very good example of cooperative society. Okay, what does Amul do? Amul, it pools milk from millions of rural producers and market it directly to the consumers. Isn't it? This is what Amul does. So Amul is also a cooperative society. And then your IFCO, you must have heard of IFCO. What is IFCO? Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative. IFCO you must be knowing, huh? Then people who are staying in South, they must have heard of Karnataka Milk Federation. So all these are examples of your cooperative society. You remember Amul because it is common to all. Okay, everybody is familiar. They enjoy the milk of India. Okay, so Amul. Is it fine? Will you remember Amul as your cooperative society? Now keeping that in mind, we can proceed. Okay, what is there in the chat box? Okay, all right. Okay, so coming to it, Section 17, it governs the audit of cooperative society. Section 17 states how the audit of cooperative society should be done. Ma'am, happy to remember the section. If you are able to remember, well and good. If you are not able to remember, no issues. Is it clear? But I know when I tell you it is not, it is okay if you don't remember, you tend to remember that section very well. Isn't it? That's what happened. Ma'am, this is, we are not able to, but then you tend to remember that very particular thing only. So, section 17, if you are able to remember, good. Not able to remember, fine. There are other important sections that I will ask you to learn that you have to learn. 17, fine, if you are not able to learn. Okay. Then, ma'am, who is responsible for the audit of this cooperative society? I say the registrar. The registrar is the responsible person to get the books of accounts of cooperative society audited. They say the auditor shall audit or cause to be audited. That means he can or he will appoint some other person by general or special order in writing. He will authorize some other person. He could be a chartered accountant. He could be any other person that we will study later. Okay. But who is responsible? The registrar of the cooperative society is responsible to get the books of account of cooperative society audited. Okay. So, and how it is to be audited? It will be audited once in every year, at least once in a year. Okay, so they say the registrar shall audit or cause to be audited by some person authorized by him. He will authorize if so. Okay, by general or special order writing in his behalf. Means on his behalf, he can ask some other person also to audit the accounts of every registered society at least once in a year. So, what is the time span? It is once in a year. This you have to remember. Okay. Who's responsible? Registrar, quantum, once in a year. Okay. Then, what will you do in the audit? You will examine the overdue debts. That is very important. You will examine the overdue debts. You as an auditor will examine the overdue debts of the cooperative society. Okay. And also the valuation of its assets and liabilities. Whatever the assets and liabilities of the society are, you are going to see whether it is reflected at the correct value or not. Okay. Then the registrar or person authorized by him on his behalf shall at times have the access to all the books of accounts, papers of the society, and every officer of the society shall furnish information in regard to the transactions and working of the society, same as auditor. He has the right to access of books of account. He has the right to ask people for information. So same as auditor. Okay. Now, what are the qualifications of auditor? Who can actually audit the books of accounts of cooperative society? They say either he could be a chartered accountant. Okay, he could be one of us, chartered accountant, or he could be any person holding a government diploma in cooperative accounts or in cooperation and accountancy. Ma'am, what is it? There are few courses. There are degree courses, which are regular courses. There are diploma courses for short-term period. So they say degree not necessary. It could be a person holding government diploma in cooperative accounts or cooperation and accountancy. Diploma in government. Government diploma he should be holding. Okay. Number two was that. So number one, a chartered accountant or person holding government diploma in cooperative accounts or cooperation and accountancy. Number three, he has served as an auditor in the cooperative department of the government. Earlier, he has served as an auditor in the cooperative department of the government. Are you understanding, dear students? So, three people qualified as auditor for the cooperative society. Number one, a chartered accountant. Number two, any person holding a government diploma in the cooperative accounts. Number three, he has already served as an auditor in the cooperative department of the government. So, all three of them, any three of them could be the auditor for the cooperative society. Okay. Then, who will make this appointment? Who was responsible? The registrar. So the registrar will make the appointment of the auditor of cooperative society. Who will determine the fees? The registrar. The one who will appoint will determine the fees. So the registrar appointing the auditor, the registrar will determine the fees. Okay. Okay. And that will be on what basis? On the statutory scale prescribed by the registrar. Means the registrar will prescribe a scale. You understand the scale? Slab. Huh? From this to this, from this to this for scale 1 officer, scale 2 officers, like. So that scale will be determined as per the registrar. So what you have to remember is appointment done by the registrar, fees set by the registrar. Okay. All right. Now, for books of accounts, they say that they have given an example of Maharashtra Cooperative Society. Many a times you will see that example of Maharashtra Cooperative Society has been used. Okay. So here also they have said that Maharashtra Cooperative Society requires to maintain the books of accounts as per the instruction of the registrar. And what all things have to be maintained? They say the details of money inflow and outflow. What did I say? The inflow of money and outflow. You prepare your cash flows. So here also they say all sum of money received and expended. Expended means spent by the society. Okay. And the matter in respect of which receipts and expenditure are made. Obviously, receipts and expenditure is nothing but whatever money received and whatever money expended. Number two, assets and liabilities. Receipts and payments and balance sheet, you know, isn't it? So how will you remember? You will remember the inflow and outflow of the cash received and expended with respect to expenditure and receipts. Then number 2, the assets and liabilities of the society. So balance sheet and receipt payment clear. Okay. Third, they say whatever the goods have been received and goods dispatched, sale and purchase of goods by the society. So 3 things have to be noted. What all? Receipts and expenditure for money spent and money received. Number 2, assets and liabilities, receipt and expenditure, balance sheet. Number 3, what was number 3? Sale and purchase of goods of the society. Okay. Who will tell me what are the details to be mentioned in the books of accounts as required by the Maharashtra Cooperative Society? Come on, write to me in the chat box quickly. Let me see who gives me the answer. What are the details to be required in the books of accounts as per the Maharashtra Cooperative Society? Come on. Let me see who gives the answer first. Vedant, you will not write income and expenditure. You will write money received and expended with respect to receipts and expenditure. Okay? Receipt and expenditure. Vedant, is it clear to you? Receipts. We call it receipts and expenditure. Okay. And the third? Very good. Very, very good. Okay. All right. So, next. They say, now coming to the cash, what all is required to be maintained in the cash book? They say you maintain a cash book and there you will write down the details of from where all you have received the cash and where are you giving the cash. This is what cash book is all about, isn't it? So daily cash sales summary register means from where you are receiving cash. So cash sales summary register. Next, collection from debtors if there is any credit sales. Okay. Number 2, number 2 was collection from the debtors in case of credit. See, if cash sales is there, so the daily cash sales summary. If credit sale is there, recovery from collection from the debtors. Number 3, recovery of loans means you had given loan and now you are recovering loans. Okay. So recovery of loans. Next, where all you are giving the money if you are disbursing some kind of loan. In case of credit society, what are credit society? Whose basic function is only to give loan. Credit societies are societies whose function is to give loans. Okay. So, and any other columnar subsidies. What do you mean by columnar subsidies? For example, it refers to some specific government financial grants that this cooperative society has received. So whatever government grant it has received, it has to keep that into account. What amount has been received as grants. Okay. So 5 things. What all? Cash sales summary. Then in case of credit, collection from the debtors. Then recovery of loans. Then disbursement of loan. Okay. And the last is columnar subsidies. That is the specific government financial grants that has been received by the cooperative society. Do you remember these 5 points? Okay. Anyone any doubt? Please ask. Anyone any doubt? Please ask. Okay. All right. Now, coming to restriction on shareholding. See, generally there is a restriction as to the maximum of 20% of the total number of shares or the value of shareholding to rupees 1000, whichever is high. Okay, generally there is this restriction. But in case of registered cooperative society, there is no restriction. So what does it say? It say liability of a member of the society is limited. No member of the society other than the registered society can hold such portion of the share capital of a society as would exceed a maximum of 20% of the total number of shares or value of the shareholding to rupees 1000. So in other cases, it is 20% of the total number of shares or shareholding worth rupees 1000, whichever is high. But in case of registered society, there is registered cooperative society, there is no restriction. As simple as that. Okay. Next, they say restriction on loan. Again, they say that registered society shall not make a loan to any person other than its member. Means you cannot make any loan to people other than the members of the societies. But special sanction of a registrar will suffice in case of a registered society giving loan to another registered society. What does it mean? It means that if there is one registered society which is giving loan to another registered society, there is fine. Only a permission from the registrar, a special sanction by the registrar is required. Otherwise, there is a restriction that you cannot give loan to any other people except to its members. Okay, fine. So it can come in your MCQ. Okay, this restriction on loan that a registered society can give to a registered society, just a sanction by registrar is required. But otherwise, it can only disburse loan to its members and nobody else. Okay, then restriction on borrowings. They say generally a society shall accept loans and deposits from people who are not members, subject to restriction and limits by the bylaws. Now, what are these bylaws? These are internal rules and regulations of the, like you have in the company articles of association. Same way, these are the bylaws in case of cooperative society, their internal rules and regulations. So the auditor, what should he examine? He should examine the bylaws in this respect. Okay. So a question in the MCQ can come, which document or what shall the auditor examine in case of the borrowings? Okay, if the registered for a cooperative society is accepting borrowings. Okay, so you have to say that it is the internal rules and regulations or the bylaws of the cooperative society. What is bylaws? Achal, bylaws are internal rules and regulations. Like in company, you have your articles of association. Achal, are you understanding? Bylaws are nothing but just the internal rules and regulations of the society. The laws by which it is governed. What are its internal rules and regulations? Okay, so that are called bylaws. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, then investment of funds. Now this question can specifically be asked for 3 to 4 marks. See students, from cooperative society, you may either be asked MCQs, correct, incorrect, or some small descriptive question comprising of 3 to 4 marks or maybe 5 at the max. Okay, so this can come for 3 to 4 marks like investment of funds. Where all can a cooperative society invest? So very important from an exam point of view, it can invest in the central or state cooperative bank. Central is a cooperative society. So cooperative bank of central or state cooperative bank. Second, security is specified in section 20 of the Indian Trust Act. What did I say? Security is specified in section 20 of the Indian Trust Act. Next, in the shares, security or bonds or debentures of other society with limited liability, the ones who are having limited liability, there this cooperative society can invest. Or in other cooperative bank other than central or state cooperative bank as approved by the registrar. So two banks, they say either central or state cooperative bank, any bank approved by the registrar. Section 20 is securities as per the Indian Trust Act. Then securities and bonds with limited liability and any money permitted by the central or state government in any other form which is approved by the central or state government. Okay, so again 5 pointers here can come for 3 to 4 marks. If you write 4 points also, it is fine. Okay, number 1, two banks you have to remember. central state cooperative bank, any other bank which is approved by the registrar. Then security specified under section 20 of the Indian Trust Act. Then shares and securities or bond of society with limited liability. Next, any money permitted by the state or central government. Okay, all right. Then, is appropriation of profit required in case of cooperative society? Yes. Means whenever a prescribed percentage of profit is to be transferred to reserve before distribution as dividend or bonus to the members. Means whenever you are giving to your members some kind of dividend or bonus, before that you have to set aside a prescribed percentage of profits to the reserves. So that is called appropriation. You all have done appropriation, isn't it? Appropriation of profits in case of your accounts, partners to partners, when you give, when you distribute profit, before that appropriation of profit, isn't it? So likewise they say a prescribed percentage of profit should be transferred to reserve before giving dividend or bonus to its members. Okay. Then contribution to charitable purposes, again this can come for your MCQ, that what is the maximum amount it can contribute to a charitable purpose. It is, they can contribute an amount not exceeding 10% of the net profits, and that net profits which is remaining after the compulsory transfer to the reserve fund, that we have done appropriation of profit. Okay, so not exceeding 10% of the net profits can they contribute for any charitable purpose. Okay, so these little points you just mark for your MCQ, because you can't skip. See, a long question asking all these points will not be asked. You can be asked small MCQs from these topics. Okay, so you have to remember what is the maximum amount can be contributed, not exceeding 10% of the net profits. Okay, then investment of reserve fund outside the business or utilization as working capital. They said some of the state acts provide that society may use this reserve fund for three purposes. What purposes? As their working capital, their day-to-day activity. Second, they may invest as per the provisions of the Act. Third, may be used for some public purpose. For example, Amul giving milk to poor people. Okay, so Amul has decided that we will just distribute this milk to poor people. So it may be used for some public purpose likely to promote the object of the society. So three places this reserve fund can be used. Number one, as working capital, as investment as per the provisions of the Act, and the last is used for some public purpose likely to promote the object of the society. The object of the society, the object of Amul is to distribute milk. Okay, but they are doing it for public purposes. All right. Okay. Next, contribution to education fund. This question also might come for your MCQ. Like, has a cooperative society to contribute something to education fund? Yes. It has to annually contribute towards education fund of the state federal society in which state it is running at appropriate rate. And this is a charge on profit and not an appropriation. What does this mean? Appropriation means whether you give it, whether you have the profit or loss. Charges, you have to give it whether you have profit or loss. Appropriation only when you have profit, then you set aside. Okay, but it is a charge on profit. So this can come in your MCQ. That contribution to education fund is a charge. Is it an appropriation? Okay, so this you might get confused. So you have to remember it is a charge on profit, means you have to give it whether you have profit or you are incurring losses. Okay, what is the doubt? Yes, yes. Vedant, it is, they say it is a prescribed rate, whatever rate is prescribed by the bylaws. Okay. Okay. So they say appropriation of profit must be approved by the general body of the society. For example, if you are trying to distribute the dividend, it has to be approved by the general body of the society. Okay, that's you have to remember. Now coming to the important part, that is, okay, before proceeding, anyone, any doubt in whatever features we have done for the cooperative society? Anyone, any doubt? Please feel free to ask, dear students. Okay, all right. So coming to this special features of cooperative society. They say special features of cooperative society, cooperative audit. While conducting the audit, some features has to be taken into account, which is examination of overdue debts. This is what we studied earlier, isn't it? Two things, overdue debts, and the other thing was valuation of assets and liabilities, isn't it? This is what we had studied in examination of books of accounts. Okay. So overdue debts are debts are people who did not pay on due dates, means whatever their due dates they did not pay. So like you prepare your schedule for debtors, huh? Likewise, you will prepare the schedule here that overdue debts for a period from 6 months to 5 years and more than 5 years. Like this, you have to classify it and shall have to be reported by the auditor. The auditor has to report this schedule, like this classification. Two classification, one is from 6 months to 5 years and the other is more than 5 years. Okay, so this is the overdue debt that as an auditor you have to report. Now these questions are specifically for auditor, that auditor has to do all this. Okay, then certification of bad debt, sorry, overdue interest. What do you mean by overdue interest? Where the amount of principal is overdue. So they say that the overdue interest, they have to create an overdue interest reserve. For overdue interest, what is to be done? An overdue interest reserve has to be created, and this will be credited to interest account, thereby reducing the amount of interest account. Okay, try to understand. You have your the provision you less from your debtors, isn't it? You deduct the amount of provision, thereby reducing the amount of debtors. Likewise, this interest account will be reduced when you credit this overdue interest reserve to it. Are you understanding the concept, dear students? Okay, it means overdue interest should be excluded from the interest outstanding and accrued due. Simply, you have to remember that an overdue interest reserve has to be created for interest, any overdue interest, and this will be credited to interest account, thereby reducing the amount of interest. Okay, is it clear to you all? Anyone, any doubt? Please ask me again. Okay, all right. So they say you have to also see for the overdue interest. Then certification of bad debts. Again they say Maharashtra Cooperative Society specifically says that bad debts, if it is irrecoverable losses, before being writing off against bad debts fund, it has to be written off. Okay, and it should be certified as bad debts or irrecoverable by the auditor. The auditor, it is the duty of the auditor to certify these as bad debts in case it is irrecoverable losses. Okay, so this is what, but for other cooperative society, they say that it will be as per their own requirement, whatever the managing committee suggests. Otherwise, in case of Maharashtra Cooperative Society, specifically they have asked the auditor to certify it as bad debts in case it is irrecoverable. Okay, next, valuation of assets and liabilities. Again, valuation of assets and liabilities, your AS10 talks of PPE. Ma'am, as you are skipping some theory, Mitesh Kumar, I'm not skipping anything. I'm just telling you what you have to remember. Are you understanding? See, it is written in simple English, but what I want you to communicate is the crux of it. That what does it actually say? What is the point actually trying to say? You want me to read the entire thing for you? I will read it. Okay, but our motive in the class is to understand what the provision says or what the law. See, this particular chapter or this particular cooperative society is all about how the law governs it. As per law, there is no concepts involved here. Okay, there is no concept that after this you will do this. There is no chronological order also. It's simple law that this has to be done in case of cooperative society. This has to be checked by the auditor. It is simple law. You can't change it. So I'm telling you what you should remember as regarding the point. Am I making myself clear, Mitesh? Are you understanding? This is simple law. You can't divert from it. You can't say no, this auditor will not set. No, if it is asked that the auditor has to certify it as a bad debt, you have to do it. So it is simple law. What is there is there. Rest of the thing, it is written to expand. But if you want me to read the entire content, I'm okay with it. But you should understand the point. That is more important. Are you understanding, Mitesh? Okay. Anyone else, any doubt in understanding the point? Please let me know. Nothing is irrelevant from exam point of view. Whatever is mentioned in your study material, you have to go through it. You have to read it. Okay. These classes will provide you a platform to make your content little more easy for you to remember and explain you the concepts. Okay, since this particular topic does not involve any concept, it's simple English and law that you have to do this. All right. If you have any doubt, Mitesh, please ask. But I'm not asking you to skip anything. Okay? All right. So, next was valuation of assets and liabilities. So, how are you going to see the valuation? They say same as per AS 10 that governs your property, plant and equipment. They say the incidental expenses incurred in acquisition and the installation will be capitalized. Okay. And whatever minor repairs, it will be a revenue expense. So this is what they are saying. The incidental expenses incurred in acquisition and installation should be properly capitalized. If the difference in the original cost of acquisition and the present price is far reaching significant, a note regarding the present market value may be appended. Means if there is too much of difference between what price it was acquired and today's present value, a note with the difference of the same should be attached to it. Okay, the current asset be valued at cost or market, whichever is lower as per your accounting standard only. Okay, then adherence to cooperative society. Now, here they say that profit is not the objective. Okay, it is their main objective is the benefit to the public. Okay, for example, Amul Cooperative Society. What is it? The members of the Amul Cooperative Society are the farmers, isn't it? Who work for the benefit of each other. What does Amul do? It pools the milk and then it distributed to the consumers. So this is what they say. They say the auditor will have to ascertain in general how far the object for which the cooperative society or the organization is set up. Is it sticking to its own object? Okay. Social benefit, it may be looked into that how far the sales could be affected at lower price. Means what could be the least price that the goods could be sold for. Keeping in view also the working of the cooperative society, and also the general welfare of the public. Okay, so they say for the achievement of these activities, the cost accounting method, store control method, techniques of standard costing, what you would used to do? Used to compare na budget with the actual, the variance, and then you would work again over it. Okay, budgetary control, all these should be adopted. Why? Because we want efficiency, isn't it? We want that things are produced at lowest cost and are delivered to the public for the benefit of the general public, isn't it? So they say the middleman commissions, as far they try to avoid it. They try that least middleman commission can be paid, and the things are provided directly to the consumers at low cost. Because what these middlemen do, they take commission. For example, a good is produced for 10, for rupee 10. Middlemen ask for rupees 5, and the good is sold for 15 rupees. So these cooperative society, what they try to eliminate this middleman and sell the good at the price rupee 10 only. Okay, so they say the middleman commission as far should be avoided, and the purchases are made by the committee members directly from the wholesalers. The principle of propriety audit should be followed for this purpose. What did we do in the propriety audit? That use the money as if it is your own money, isn't it? You should use it wisely, as if you're spending your own money, not the public money that you're spending like that only. Okay, so this is what, as an auditor, you have to see that it is working on the objective or not, middleman commission eliminated or not, are the principle of propriety being incorporated there or not, or they are just wasting the money. Okay, all right. Then observations of the provisions of the act and rule. They say you as an auditor have to see that if there is any infringement of the laws or bylaws, any rules and regulation, it should be properly assessed by the auditor and it should be reported. Whatever is mentioned in the bylaws, the cooperative society should strictly abide to it, should follow it. And if there is any deviation, any infringement of the law, it should be reported by the auditor. Okay. Then verification of members. Verification of members register and examination of their passbooks. This means, see what happens actually, as an auditor you have to see, because these members are mostly illiterate, the farmers. For example, in case of Amul, the members are farmers, so they are illiterate. Okay, so the auditor can verify that whether the members register is up to date or not, whether they have been provided with their money or not. Okay, so all these things as an auditor you have to verify. So they say examination of entries in members passbook. Who are the members? The farmers in case of Amul. Okay, regarding the loan given and its repayments, and confirmation of loan balances in person is very important in a case of cooperative organization, to ensure that entries in the books of accounts are free from manipulation. So as an auditor, you have to see that each figure, it is reflected at the correct value. Okay. So verification of members register and examination of their passbook means you're cross verifying with the passbook. Okay. Then special report to registrar. They say that what are some of the scenarios that you have to seek a special report to the registrar. You have to give a special report. They say in following cases, for instances, a special report may be necessary. What are these circumstances? There are 4 circumstances. Number 1, if the auditor finds that there is some personal profiteering happening among the members, means there is serious irregularities, like fraud is happening. A kind of fraud has happened in the cooperative society. There is personal profiteering, means forget about the social benefit. These members are working for their own profit. So personal profiteering by the members of the managing committee. Then there is some detection of fraud relating to expenses, purchase or property. There has been a fraud, means this property was not actually purchased, but it appears as an asset in the balance sheet of the cooperative society. So again, this is a fraud. Some purchases are there in the books of accounts. When you say na, goods sale and purchase of goods, so these are shown as purchases, but goods in actual physically has not been received by the cooperative society. Some kind of expenses they have shown that they have incurred, but actually there were no expenses incurred for such kind. So they say if such are the scenario, there has to be a special report to the registrar which the auditor has to give. Again, specific example of mismanagement. Mismanagement, you say, the affairs of the cooperative society are not being managed properly. The decisions of the management is against the cooperative principle. They are actually not working for the benefit of the public. Okay, so the affairs of the society is mismanaged. And in case of urban cooperative society, disappropriate advances to vested interest group means big cooperative societies, okay, like in Maharashtra, big cities, big states where they have cooperative society, they say disappropriate advances to interested group means they have given advances to some particular group of people. So again, you have to see that adequate security and proper safeguards has been taken regarding checking the credit worthiness of the people to whom these loans have been given. Okay, try to understand this point. They say urban cooperative societies, some advancement has been made to people, certain interested group, without assessing the credit worthiness, that whether they will be able to repay back the money of the cooperative society or not. So definitely it is not in the interest of the society. You anything you have to see whether it is prejudicial to the interest of the society or not. So four things you have to see. When can this special report to the registrar be given? Can come for 4 marks. Number 1, when there is a personal profiteering by members. Number 2, detection of fraud relating to 3 things: expenses, purchases, property, etc. Then specific examples of mismanagement. The affairs of the cooperative society are not being managed properly. And the fourth, urban cooperative society, disappropriate advances to some vested interest groups. Okay, without checking the credit worthiness of those people. Are you understanding? Come on, who will tell me? Okay, I will repeat again. There are 4 instances where a special report to the registrar has to be given by the auditor. Number 1, if they see personal profiteering by the members. Second, detection of fraud relating to expenses, purchases, property, stores, etc. Number 3, specific example of mismanagement. Number 4, in case of urban cooperative society, appropriate advances given to vested groups without judging the credit worthiness. Come on, who will write to me the instances where special report to registrar will be given? Who will write to me? Come on, I want the answer. Now, okay. Daksh, vested means people who are having some kind of interest. Okay, for example, they say relative of a management or some spouse of the management. So they say these kind of people who are personally profiting from the money. Wait, who asked me this question? Daksh, is it clear to you? Okay, all right, very good. Okay, good. So this question can come for 4 marks in your exam. All right, next. Audit classification of society. They say after judgment of the overall performance of the society, the auditor has to award a class to the society. Means they will give a reward depending upon their performance. So the auditor is going to award a class category to the society. Okay, this judgment will be based on the criteria specified by the registrar. Whatever the registrar has given the criteria, that a checklist, that based on this you give marks out of this. Okay, so they will the auditor will award a class to the society as per the criteria set by the registrar. Okay. Then they say, if the society is not satisfied with the kind of report card they have got, the kind of award they have got, it can make an appeal to the registrar, and the registrar may direct to review the audit classification. For example, your CA results are out. Okay. You have been given 50 out of 100. You say, this award I am not satisfied. I am going for a rechecking. Is it now understandable, relatable? Okay. So likewise, the auditor is giving an award, a class to the, okay, all right. It's given a award to this, a class to the society. And if that particular society is not satisfied, it will appeal the registrar, that registrar kindly review the audit classification. Okay, all right. Then discussion of draft audit report with the managing committee. Now everything has been done by the auditor. He will discuss, the auditor will ask the secretary of the society to convene the managing committee meeting and to discuss, means to call the he will tell the secretary, please call the managing committee, we will discuss the audit draft report, not the final report, a drafted report. Okay. The audit report should never be finalized without discussion. Okay. It will never be finalized without the discussion with the managing committee. Minor irregularities may get settled and rectified with the mutual discussion among them. Okay. So, and the matters of policy should be discussed in details. Why policy? Because policy is the main aim of this working of the cooperative society. If it deviates from its policy, from its bylaws, it is going to be fruitless, the effort what they are working for. Okay, so they say for every audit report before the finalization, the auditor will tell the secretary to convene a managing committee meeting. They will discuss the things. They say minor points, they will be discussed as per mutual understanding. But matters of relating to policies, how they are working, they will be discussed in detail. If discussion is required, then it means that changes in report can be made therein. So won't say that where is the independent examination feature applicable. Daksh, it doesn't mean that the auditor is not being independent. See, even before your finalization of report by any auditor, he will discuss the things with you. He will let you know. Even if he is qualifying the report, he will let you know that I am qualifying the report. It doesn't mean that discussion with that, the independence of the auditor is gone. Daksh is asking me a question that, ma'am, if there is a discussion, that where is the point of independent examination of the auditor stands good? This is what his appeal is. My answer to it is, discussion doesn't mean that you are abiding all their instructions. It does not mean that you are under the influence, whatever they say, you will change your report. No. It simply means that a discussion among the managing committee will be done. The auditor will discuss that, see, managing committee, your affairs are not managed properly. Independence is as to audit work. Daksh, what do you mean by O? Daksh, did you understand? I got it. Okay. All right. See, if any such confusion comes up in your mind, please ask immediately before it creeps into your body. Okay? That, ma'am, if a question will come, we will say, no, the independence is lost because he's discussing things with the discussion is permitted. But it will not compromise the main objective of audit. Okay? Even in your chapter 6, documentation also you studied this. That discussion, planning things you will discuss, but not to an extent so as to compromise the objective of audit. Do you remember that or not? Your chapter 6 documentation. Come on, reply to me. Discussion can be made. Yes. No, I have not watched it. It is not about watching. You must have studied chapter 6. You are studying chapter 9, Daksh. Okay. All right. Can I consider these things to be clear to you, or should I take up this point again? Discussion of draft. They say the auditor should ask the secretary to call upon the meeting of the managing committee, okay, to discuss whatever observations or whatever draft audit report he has prepared. The audit report should never be finalized before the discussion. This is what they say, because they have to discuss the policy that, see, secretary or managing committee, your cooperative society is not being managed properly. Okay. All right. So is this content of cooperative society clear to all of you? Why am I asking? Because the next topic is multi-cooperative society, multi-state cooperative society, which has exactly the same features. Now, this cooperative society is working in multiple states. It is not just restricted to one state. It is operating in multiple states. The only difference is this. So, have you understood this cooperative society? Please answer to me, each one of you. I'm waiting for your reply. Okay, all right. So, let's proceed to the next topic, that is multi-state cooperative societies. It is exactly the replica of your cooperative society. Okay, coming to books of accounts, it is same like you studied. Sum of money received and expended. Assets and liabilities. Sale and purchase of goods means money coming, money going, goods coming, goods going, assets and liabilities. Your receipt and expenditure, your balance sheet, and sale and purchase of goods. Same. Okay. Then, audit of multi-state cooperative society. Okay, so it simply means whose members are spread in various states. Okay, again, qualification, here it has to be a chartered accountant within the meaning of Chartered Accountants Act 1949. This is a difference between your cooperative society and your multi-state cooperative society. Come on, who will tell me the qualification of auditor in case of cooperative society? Let me see you remember it or not. Qualification of auditor. There it could be either a chartered accountant, person holding government diploma, or he has served as the auditor in the departments of the government. Do you remember it or not? Yes, yes. But here it has to be chartered accountant only. Okay? All right. So here lies the difference. If asked in MCQ, do not get confused. Okay. Let me see to the question. Okay. All right. Next, they say a person's, however, the following persons are not eligible to be appointed as auditor of a multi-state cooperative society. Now, the disqualification part. Okay. So, who cannot be? It is same as that of your Companies Act. Section 143(3). A body corporate cannot be. An officer or employee of a multi-state cooperative cannot be. A member or employee or officer of the cooperative society, he cannot be appointed as an auditor. Or the person who is indebted for rupees more than 1000. Is it same as that your company law? So if you are asked disqualification who are not to be appointed as auditor, number one, a body corporate cannot be appointed. An officer or employee cannot be. A member of employee or officer cannot be. Next, a person who is indebted for an amount more than 1000. So these four are the disqualifications. Okay. Then, just a minute. Questions. A CA person holding, ma'am, what? Done prior company. Okay, this is the answer to your previous question. Okay, all right. So, appointment of auditor. It is again same as your company audit. Okay, so they say as per section 70, the first auditor or auditors of a multi-state cooperative society shall be appointed by the board within 1 month. You can remember 30 days. Board 30 days or 1 month. You have to actually write 1 month. But since you have studied in your company law, you might get confused. So that is why I am saying first auditor will be appointed by the board within 1 month. Okay, is it clear? First auditor by the board, this can come in your MCQ. So please do it very properly. First auditor by the board within 1 month. Okay, subsequent may be appointed by the members of the society. Okay, subsequent may be appointed by the members of the society, but first auditor will be appointed by the board. Okay, all right. Within 1 month of the date of registration of such society, and the auditor or auditors so appointed shall hold the office until the conclusion of first AGM. Till when? Till the conclusion of first AGM. And if the board fails to exercise its power under this subsection, the multi-state cooperative society in the general meeting may appoint the first auditor. If the board fails, who will do it? In the general meeting. Okay. So first auditor by the board within 30 days. If the board fails, it will be appointed by in the general meeting. Okay. All right. The subsequent auditor will be appointed by the multi-state cooperative society at each annual general meeting. The auditor or auditors so appointed shall hold office from the conclusion of that meeting until the conclusion of next. Okay, this is same as your government company only. Means first AGM to next AGM is the tenure. All right. Okay. So let's do it once again. First auditor by the board within 30 days. Okay, and if the board fails to, then he will be appointed, the auditor will be appointed in the general meeting. Okay, all right, and then he shall hold the office until the conclusion of first annual general meeting. And next point, what we had to remember, what is the questions coming? Just a minute, students. No, Mitesh Kumar. No. Okay, till from first to the next AGM only. Okay. Yes. All right. Then powers and duties of the auditor. Again, it is same as your Companies Act. Means, let us read. It says every auditor of the multi-state cooperative society shall have the right to have access at all times to the books of accounts and vouchers of the multi-state cooperative society, whether kept at the head office or at some other places. Okay, then he shall be entitled to require from the officers or other employees of the multi-state of the cooperative society such information and explanation as the auditor may think it is necessary for the performance of his duty. So, access to books of accounts, seeking information from people, both are means he has the right to do that. Okay, then the auditor shall make the following inquiries. Number one, regarding loans and advances made by the multi-state cooperative society, has the security been properly secured and it is not prejudicial to the interest of the society? Two things he has to keep in mind regarding the loans and advances. How will you remember this? As A. Okay, point number 1, A, advances made by the multi-state cooperative society, two things. Is it the security properly secured against which the loan has been given? Second, is it not prejudicial to the interest of the multi-state cooperative society? Means it should be in the interest of the society, not prejudicial to the interest of the society. Prejudicial means not in the good. Ma'am, can he appoint? Prejudicial, prejudicial means not in the good interest of the society. Means it is going to harm the society in the case maybe they are not able to recover the loan. Okay, or is it is given for some bad purpose, not a good purpose for which the society is operating. Achal, are you understanding? Not in the good interest of the society. Prejudicial means not in the good interest of the society. Okay, all right. Next, so for in case of loans and advances, you have to see that whether the security against which the loan has been advanced, is it properly secured and it is not prejudicial to the interest of the society. B, they say the books entry are there merely, the transaction are merely represented by the book entries and not prejudicial to the interest of the multi-state cooperative society, means the entries are just in the form of book entries. No such actual transaction has taken place. And if it has taken place, is it in the interest of the society and not prejudicial to the interest of the society? Okay, so point number B, you will remember as B, book entries. A, advances. B, book entries. Okay, C, the last point, cash, where it is stated in the books and papers of multi-state cooperative society that any shares has been allotted for cash, you have to see that actual cash has been received or not, and if no cash has been received, whether this position has been stated in the accounts and the balance sheet as correct, regular and not misleading. Simply it means that if the shares are allotted for cash, cash has been received. If not received, then this position that cash has not been received is reflected correctly, regularly in the books of accounts and in the balance sheet. Will you remember this? A, we did advances. If loans and advances have been made by the multi-state cooperative society, it has to see that the security against which the loans has been advanced, whether that security is properly secured or not, does it have that much of value, and it is not prejudicial to the interest of the multi-state cooperative society. Number 2, the transactions are merely represented by the book, not prejudicial to the interest of the cash, that the shares have been allotted for cash, cash received. If not received, this position that the cash has not been received is correctly, regularly stated in the books of accounts and in the balance sheet. D is missing. Again, there is E, whether personal expenses have not been charged to the revenue account, means the expenses of the members, they have debited their own personal expenses, which obviously you are also not allowed to, isn't it? The businessman, can he book his personal expenses in his PL account? No. So the personal expenses have not been charged to the revenue account. This is what you have to see. So 4 things: loans and advances disbursed, security properly secured and not prejudicial to the interest of the society. Number 2, transactions merely represented by the book entries and not prejudicial to the interest of the society. C, shares allotted for cash, cash received. If not received, the correct position is reflected in the balance sheet and in the books of accounts. D is missing. E stands for personal expenses not being charged to revenue accounts. Are these 4 points clear to all of you? Okay, all right. Next, what will be the content of audit report? The content of audit report, what is the main object? To see whether the books of accounts show a true and fair view of or not. So, number 1, you have to see that the balance sheet of the state of the multi-state cooperative society affairs as at the end of the financial year. Okay. In case of profit and loss, what have you to see? That all information and explanation has been obtained by the auditor for the purpose of his audit. Next, proper books of accounts have been maintained, and if there is a separate person appointed for the branch, the cooperative society must be having branch because it is operating in multiple states. Okay, so they say that if the proper books of accounts have been maintained and for the purpose of audit, it has been received, the books have been received from the branches or office of the multi-state cooperative society, not visited by him. Means this auditor who's working here, he has received the books of accounts of the other branches of that cooperative society also. Okay. If he has visited there, he must have seen. If he did not go, he must have received the books of accounts. Okay. All right. Then, if the report on the accounts of any branch office audited by the person other than this particular auditor has been forwarded to him, and how he has dealt with the same in preparing the auditor's report. If he is preparing the report, if some report of the other branch which has been received by that branch auditor has been received by this auditor, how is he considering the observations of that particular branch auditor? That is also his duty. Okay. And the last point, whether multi-state cooperative society balance sheet and profit and loss dealt with by the report are in agreement with the books of accounts and return. Whatever return they have filed, whatever books of accounts they have maintained, the audit report reflects, or their books of accounts and their balance sheet represent that same very picture as it is there in the return. Okay, means return is showing sale has been punched at 1 CR. Okay, balance sheets, trading PL showing sales at 50 CR. So mismatch. So it should be the same. Okay. So with regard to balance sheet, he has to see that balance sheet has been prepared as at the end of the financial year. Power of central government to direct special audit. Now, they see that this cooperative society is not working properly, then the central government will take the charge. Till now, it was the state affairs, the state government was looking, but now it is a serious matter that the affairs of this cooperative society is not being managed properly. How? They say it is not with the prudent commercial practices. Means Amul is selling selling this milk at rupees 500. So is it justified? No. It is dealt in a manner so as to cause injury to the interests of trade or industry. Or it is selling at rupee 2, the other players are at loss. So it is damaging the basic trade and in trade in the industry. Or they say that the financial position endangers its insolvency, means it will soon become insolvent. It is not generating enough revenue and it will not be able to pay off its money. It will become insolvent. So they say if these three serious situations occur, then the central government, the Modi ji will come into play. Modi ji will come into play means simply means central government will take the charge and he will appoint to see the affairs, whether the affairs of the multi-state cooperative society are being managed properly or not. Actually it was not managed properly. Then only the special audit came into play. So section 77, 78 and 79 are important sections. This you have to remember. Okay, section 17 you can forget, but 77, 78, 79 are important. Okay, so 77 says that if the cooperative society is not performing properly, or the affairs are managed in the way that it is prejudicial to the interest, or it is against the prudent commercial practices of a sound business, means how a good business should work, it is not working in the manner. Let's see what they have written, that the affairs of any multi-state cooperative society are not being managed in accordance with the self-help. Okay, means they are neither being able to work for themselves nor for the society, and mutual deed of the cooperative principles or prudent commercial practices or with sound business principle. It is neither able to work for self nor the society, as simple as that. Second, the affairs are being managed in a manner likely to cause serious injury or damage to the interest of the trade, industry or business to which it pertains. Means the purchase price are going high, the sales are going low. Absolutely, it is just destroying or just being dangerous to the trade in the industry it is operating. Okay, and the financial position of the multi-state cooperative society is as such to endanger its solvency, means very soon it will become insolvent. So if these three are the cases, CPII, CP means commercial practices, I means not in the interest of the trade, again I means insolvency. Okay, so this is how you can remember, or you have some other mnemonics, it is most welcome. So in these three cases, the central government will take the charge. Achal, you're writing no, ma'am. You haven't understood, Achal? Achal, please ask me a doubt. Okay. So in these three cases, let me see what she has replied. Okay, it is for previous question. I'm really sorry. Okay. See, sometimes it happens that while I'm teaching, I'm unable to see to all the chats. I try to see to each and every chat, but sometimes you all answer in or ask question or answer in such quick way that it scrolls up. So sometimes it is difficult. So please bear with me, but please do not leave any of your questions being unattended. Okay? All right. Now, central government order. The central government may at any time order and direct that special audit of the multi-state cooperative societies account for such period or periods may be specified in the order shall be conducted. For whatever period the central government says that this period special audit has to be conducted, it will be conducted without any second thought. Okay. Then appointment of auditor. It may appoint either a chartered accountant or a multi-state cooperative society auditor himself to conduct this special audit. Now, restriction on shareholding by these multi-state cooperative society. The central government shall order for special audit only if the government or the state government, either by itself or both holding more than equal to 51% paid up share capital of such multi-state cooperative society. When the central government can order such special audit only when the shareholding is in this proportion. Means either central government or state government or both of them hold more than 51% of the paid up share capital of this multi-state cooperative society. Means this much money is involved, so and the affairs are not being managed properly, special audit will be conducted. Okay. Then special auditors duty and report. Powers, duty and report. The special auditor shall have the same powers and duty in relation to special audit as an auditor of multi-state cooperative society under section 73. Okay. However, the special auditor shall instead of making his report to the members of the multi-state cooperative society, make a report to the central government. Because why? Because central government has appointed. So the auditor will report to central government. Okay. The report of such special auditor shall include the matters required to be included in the auditor's report under section 73 or any other matter as directed by the central government. Means central government is asking the auditor that you report to me on this matter. So that very matter plus whatever was asked by him will be reported by the auditor to the central government. Then, action by the central government. They say the central government may take such action on the report as it considers necessary. If the central government does not take any action on the report within 4 months from the date of receipt of this report of special audit, the government shall send to multi-state cooperative society either a copy or relevant extract, the report with its comment thereon, and require the multi-state cooperative society either to circulate that copy or those extract to the member or have such copy or extract read before the multi-state cooperative society at its next general meeting. Means the government has to take action within 4 months from the date of receipt. Okay, and this the government shall send this comments to this cooperative society to be read out at its general meeting or send this copy or extracts of report to its members. See, if the members get to know about this malfunctioning of the cooperative society, what will they do? Few members will be involved. They are saying to read out this comment in the annual general meeting. Okay, they say, please, this copy, this report by the auditor, the central government has to take action within 4 months. Okay, and if the central government does not take any action within 4 months from the dates of receipt of this report, he shall send to multi-state cooperative society the reports or extracts of the report to the members. Okay, all right. Then, expenses pertaining to special audit. Who will bear these expenses? You tell me. The cooperative society. Why? Because the cooperative society it ruined its own business, no? So the expenses will be borne by the cooperative society for the special audit. The government will not pay him any fee. They say the expenses of this or any expenses incidental to this special audit under this section, the remuneration of the special auditor shall be determined by the central government, but and it is final. Whatever he has fixed, the central government has fixed, it is final and shall be paid by the multi-state cooperative society. So, who is determining the fees and everything and the expenses of the audit? The central government. But who will pay? The cooperative society, because it was their work that need to be rechecked. Okay, and in default of such payment, the central government shall recover from the multi-state cooperative society as an arrear of land revenue. So need not to remember that. Just remember that the expenses or the expenses incidental or whatever expenses involved in the special audit will be determined by the central government and will be borne by the multi-state cooperative society. Two things you have to remember. Decided by the central government, borne by the multi-state cooperative society. Is this clear to all of you? Someone reply to me. Okay. All right. Next is inquiry by central government, central registrar under section 78. See, I told you 77, 78 and 79 are important section. Let me check the queries, please. Content of auditor's report. Achal, it is not clear to you? Okay, let me take it again. See, the contents of audit report, you have to see that the audit is conducted in a manner so as to give true and fair view. Now, in case of balance sheet, you have to see that balance sheet is as per the state of the multi-state cooperative society as at the end of the financial year. This 1 point for balance sheet. For profit and loss, the auditor shall report on what? That he has obtained, whether he has obtained all the information explanation necessary for his knowledge to conduct the audit, number one. Whether he, in his opinion, proper books of accounts have been kept, or if in case of branch, whether he has received the proper books of accounts or not from the branch, number two. Whether the report on accounts of other branch, whether he has received it from that other auditor for and considered the same in preparing his own report, number three. And that the balance sheet and profit and loss of the multi-state cooperative society dealt with him by the report are in agreement with the books of accounts and return. Means whatever the books of accounts and return says, the balance sheet and profit and loss are tallying with it. So this is the content. Basically, he has to write whether he has obtained this, whether in his opinion it is true and fair. This all is the content of auditor's report. Achal, should I take it up again? Achal, please reply to me, beta. Okay. All right. So can we take a break of short 6 to 7 minutes and come back again? It is 7:21. We will come back at 7:27 or 7:28, whatever you feel like. 7:28, let's keep it 7:28. Okay. All right. Technical team, we are going for a break and we will come back at 7:28. Okay.
Okay.
just going through your query. Somebody has asked me what is a body corporate. Achal has asked me. Achal, unlike any like any other legal entity, body corporate is also an entity. It's a legal entity. It's having its own entity separate from its member. Like again, a legal entity. Okay, like for example, your Tata Consultancy Services. Okay, and again, one question I have heard got like is can LLP a body corporate from Vedant? Yes, Vedant, LLP can be a body corporate. Okay. So any incorporated legal entity can be a body corporate, okay? Like you have studied in your commerce, okay? Corporate entity, the features, top class, separate from that of its owners, member may come, member and go. Are you understanding, dear students? Achal, is this clear to you? It is another legal entity incorporated in the eyes of law. Achal, I hope you are getting okay. All right. And one more question, that can LLP be a body corporate? Yes, LLP can be a body corporate. Okay. All right. So can we start now? No. No, Vedant. It cannot. Vedant, is it clear now? It can or it cannot. It can be a body corporate, Vedant. You can form an LLP as a body corporate also. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Now coming to inspection of multi-state cooperative societies. No, inquiry. We were under inquiry, isn't it? Yes. Inquiry by the central government, central registrar, section 78. Another important section from exam point of view. Okay. It says a federal cooperative to which this multi-state cooperative society is affiliated to. What is a federal corporation? It is again an organization which is formed by federation, collection of individuals. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's come back. They say a federal cooperative to which this multi-state cooperative society is affiliated to. So this central registrar may, on request from this federal corporation, again this federal is a federation of individuals, primarily some cooperative society. It acts as a central governing representative or apex body of this multi-state cooperative society, which supports and regulate, to keep together its members. So it is a federation of such individual cooperative societies. Okay. So they say a federal cooperative to which this multi-state cooperative society is affiliated. So the central registrar is on request from this person or a creditor or not less than one third of its member of the board. Means the board, entire board, one third of the total member of the boards or not less than one fifth of the member of cooperative society, if it has received a request from these people, from whom? Federal cooperative, creditors, or not less than one third of the members of the board or one fifth members of the cooperative society, can hold an inquiry or direct some person authorized by him or in writing to inquire into the working and financial condition of the cooperative society. Means the central registrar has received some complaint or request from such people who? Federal cooperative to which this particular society is affiliated to, creditor, or not less than one third of the members of the board or not less than one fifth of the member of the cooperative society. These four people you have to remember. If the central registrar has received a request from them, he will hold an inquiry himself or will direct some person to hold on his behalf on the constitution, working and financial condition of this multi-state cooperative society. Then this multi-state cooperative society will be given an opportunity of being heard. Opportunity of being heard means you are given a chance to prove your point, to say, no sir, what you are thinking is wrong, please listen to my point of view also. Will be given uh, opportunity of being heard. So before holding such inquiry, 15 days notice must be given to the multi-state cooperative society. Means 15 days to arrange for documents to things. See, it is like a complaint, okay, that the central registrar has received from these four people: federal cooperative, creditors, not less than one third of the members of the board or not less than one fifth of the members of the cooperative society. These four people, they have received a request from. So they say, ki, okay, either of any of them, okay. So they say, okay, I'm giving you 15 days time, collect all your documents and then I will hold an inquiry. I will ask you, I will question you about your financial state or working of your society. Okay, then pass to be given to this central registrar or person authorized by him. The person who is going to hold the inquiry or inquire about things, he shall have again access to all the books of accounts, okay, or he may also summon any person in position or responsible for the custody of such books. If he asks someone who has this books, he says this first Mr. X hold this book, so he can call Mr. X for those inspection of books, okay. Then they say, or he may also ask for any document, securities, okay, or properties to produce at the time of such place specified by him, whatever places he has been asked to. Then he may, notwithstanding any bylaw specifying the period of notice for a general meeting of the cooperative society, requires the officer of the society to call a general meeting of the society by giving a notice of not less than 7 days. This particular person who is holding the inquiry, he will give a notice for at least 7 days prior to holding such general meeting, that okay, you come on, you call this general meeting, I'm giving you 7 days time. Or he may also summon any person who is reasonably believed by him to have any knowledge of such affairs or some malfunctioning happening or some affairs being mismanaged of this multi-state cooperative society. He said to appear before him. Said this person has the knowledge, please call him, I want to talk to him. Okay, so three things you have to remember: pass, access to books of accounts, or he may summon any person having the position of responsible or has the custody of some kind of books. Then notice within 7 days to call for the general meeting, or summon any person who has the knowledge of the functioning of the affairs of the multi-state cooperative society. Okay, then follow up. The central registrar shall, within a period of 3 months of the date of receipt of the report, communicate the report of inquiry to multi-state. In that case, it was 3 months the central government has to do. Here it is, 4 months there and 3 months here from the date of receipt of the report. He will communicate this report of inquiry to this multi-state cooperative society about the functioning. Okay? Is it clear to all of you? Anyone, any doubt, please ask. Is it clear, dear students? Okay, now coming to another important section, 79, inspection of multi-state cooperative societies. Now, they say again, same thing. The central registrar may, on request from these four people: federal cooperative, creditor, not less than one third of the member of the board or not less than one fifth of the total number of members of multi-state cooperative society. How? By general or special order in writing, may in this behalf inspect or direct any person authorized by him in order to make an inspection into the constitution, working or financial condition of the multi-state cooperative society. Opportunity of being heard, again same 15 days will be given. Pass available to him is again the same: access to all books of accounts, summon any person, ask for information from any person who think has the knowledge. Okay, And then inspection report, they say a copy of this inspection report shall be communicated to multi-state cooperative society within a period of, again, 3 months from the date of completion of such inspection. So all these points are similar to that as we mentioned above. Is this clear to all of you? Can I consider cooperative society and multi-state cooperative society to be understood by all? Okay. See, I can understand it might be little monotonous for you going through this, but you can't skip it. All you need to do is, if you read it 5, 6 times and then revise it, you are going to be really okay with it. Trust me. Just make it a habit of going through these points. Only then will it be retained. Make little post-its, sticky notes, write the points there, stick it in your book, stick it on your wall, and just read it frequently. It will stay. Trust me, it will stay. Ma'am, this subject is very interesting. Thank you, Achal, for considering this subject to be interesting. Actually, this subject is interesting. I understand there are few topics that is a kind of law. It's just sticking to those very points. I can understand that, like in this cooperative society. Okay, it was very stringently written, these points. You can't deviate here and there. Isn't it? Law makes it more interesting. Okay. Yes, Golti Anil. Read, revise, repeat. Very good. So intelligent you all are. You all know everything. So I expect very good marks from this batch. Okay, will you share your marks with me? Your flying colors marks with me? Okay. Coming to another leg, audit of trust and societies. Okay. What are you all writing? Continuously writing? Interesting but intense. See, if it is intense, you have to focus it on more, Isha. Okay. Okay. All right. So now coming to audit of trust and societies. Now, like your charitable institutions you have done, it is on the same grounds. They say there are three basic legal forms of charitable entities. What are they? It could either be a trust as per Indian Trust Act. It could be a society, or it could be a non-profit company, that is your section 8 company as under the Companies Act 2013. Okay, so number one, in a trust under Indian Trust Act, society, okay, in case of which is registered under Societies Registration Act, or it could be a section 8 company that is under your Companies Act. So they say this public trust is basically generally governed by Indian Trust Act. What happened is, this trust is also, it is governed by the state. This trust is also governed by the public trust of that Public Trust Act of that relevant state. But if it is not governed by it, if no Public Trust Act prevails or exists in that particular state, then who is the headmaster? Indian Trust Act 1882. Who is the headmaster? Indian Trust Act. They say this public trust, all these public trust, it is governed by the Public Trust Act, which is applicable in that particular state, relevant state. Could be Maharashtra, it could be Uttar Pradesh, any. So that act prevalent in that state. If this state has no act, then the only headmaster is Indian Trust Act 1882. What is this trust? This trust is where the public gives money and they trust. This word trust come from faith, trust. The public, they trust you. That is why they are giving you the money, that they know you will use this money for their own benefit. For their benefit means for the people's benefit. So public is giving you this money and you are using public money. just to make public benefit. For example, you try to give education to poor, a trust educating poor children. So you have taken money from the public and public knows that you are going to benefit this money is going to benefit the society. Okay. So they say, okay, let's start. They say if a charitable trust is formed as a public trust, it will be governed by the Public Trust Act relevant in that state. However, if no Public Trust Act exists in that state, then the applicable legislation will be the Indian Trust Act 1882. Are you understanding? If that state has, otherwise this blanket is Indian Trust Act. Okay. If the charitable institution is formed as a society, so this charitable institution can be a public trust, it could be a society. If society, then it has to be governed by the Societies Registration Act 1860. If it is a Section 8 company, it will be governed by Companies Act 2013, those not-profit company. All right. And apart from this, they has to obtain two more registration. What is that? If it is receiving some foreign contribution, if this charitable institution is receiving some foreign contribution, then FCRA, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act 2010, which we have done earlier in case of charitable trust. And also, since these charitable institutions are exempt from income tax, again income tax registration is necessary. Ma'am, if it is exempt, why it is necessary? To claim refund? Isn't it? See, if you are not registered somewhere, how will you claim the benefit of it? For example, you all know that if you apply for your TDS deduction to the bank, then only on your FD exceeding an amount, the bank will deduct the TDS. So, only when you get yourself registered into the Income Tax Act, only then will you gain the benefits from it. So, you need to register to the Income Tax Act also. And if you are receiving a foreign contribution, then FCRA Act. So, what 5 things we did? If a charitable institution is registered as a public trust, then Public Trust Act 1882 if no such relevant act is prevailing in that state. Number 2, if it is formed as a society, then Societies Registration Act 1860. If it is registered as a Section 8 company, then what will govern it? The Companies Act 2013 will govern it. And apart from it, 2 more things: Income Tax Act registration and FCRA registration in case if it is receiving a foreign contribution. Is this much clear to all of you? Come on, write to me in the chat box if it is clear. Okay, now coming to its books of accounts. Let me see if you have any doubt. Okay, all right. Now coming to its books of accounts, very easy. That we have been doing since class 11 and 12. Cash book, journal, ledger, copy of bills, copy of counterfoils. Okay, what did I say? Cash book, journal, ledger, copy of books or counterfoils of. Okay, so copy of bills, whether machine numbered or otherwise manually numbered. Okay, so it has to be serially numbered. Okay, where else did we do this serially numbered things in any of the entities did we do? Who will give me the answer? Come on. Something has to be serially numbered in some entity we did. Let me see how much you revised. Very good. Cinema tickets. Very good. So proud of you. Very good. Okay. All right. Then the original bills. Okay. Whenever issued to any person and receipt in respect of payment. Okay. Whatever bills. So original bills. And any other book that may be required to be maintained in order to give a true and fair view. So 6 things: cash book, journal, ledger, copy of bills and counterfoil, serially numbered, original books and any other books that is required to be maintained in order to give a true and fair view. Okay. Then the financial statements. Every year the trust has to prepare the financial statements like balance sheet and income and expenditure based on its books of accounts. And what is the auditor's responsibility regarding it? As an auditor, you have to see that such working paper include his notes on the following among the matters like work done while conducting the audit and by whom, means who has done this work and by whom it has been done, any explanation and information given to him and by whom. Are you understanding? So what are these? These are basically the auditor should keep detail of such notes on which he has relied upon, means it is acting as a evidence. It is acting as an evidence while conducting the audit, and he will maintain all this working papers. What working papers has he to maintain? He has to maintain the working papers regarding work done while conducting the audit and by whom has it been conducted within the trust or society. Explanation and information given to him and by whom he will note it down. Decision on this point is professional judgments. Okay, his own decisions. Am I audible, dear students? Audibility is fine, right? Okay, all right, great. Is it fine, Daksh? Okay, fine, all right. All right, okay. So what it will, the decision on various points means his own professional judgment what he made. Then the judicial pronouncements. What are judicial pronouncements? The decision of the judges which were taken in some earlier cases. Okay, which he relied upon by him, which were relied upon by him while drafting the audit report. And also the management representation letters. That is the certificates issued by the client. That is the management. Okay, so what 5 things he has to keep the track records or working papers of? Work done and by whom, explanation and information provided and by whom, decision on various points, and judicial pronouncements, and the last is MRL. Okay, now it's important that the audit working papers prepared or obtained by the auditor provide evidences that he has expressed the opinion based on the examinations made by him. He has given his opinion based on the examination made by him. He has arrived at some opinion. The auditor has to give due cognizance to the information, due importance to that information and explanation given by the assessee, that his opinion is not arbitrary. Okay, that he has not given any, based upon the information and explanation that he has obtained and based on the evidences he has obtained is his opinion given on the same. Okay, the information and explanation obtained were full and complete. They were not complete. Okay, and it was necessary to be considered before arriving at the opinion. And the last point, that the auditor did not merely rely blindly upon the information and explanation given by the SEC, but he had reasonably verified their accuracy and completeness. Okay, means he has done some audit procedures, he has obtained evidences through what measures? Inquiry, observations, and so on. Okay, so what things you have to remember? That he has expressed the opinion based on examination done by him. He has arrived at the opinion based on the information and explanation given to him. The information obtained by him were full and complete, and his opinion is not arbitrary. Okay, then next, the information and explanation he has not relied blindly upon. He has made efforts to verify their accuracy and completeness. Clear? Okay. Now, for trust, a direct question can come on this point, that an auditor has to ascertain whether the accounts are maintained regularly, and in this case a state is having a relevant act, according to that act. Okay, so accounts are maintained as per the act, whether receipts and disbursements are properly and correctly shown in the accounts, means some kind of donations if received, whether it has been applied as per the object of the trust and as per the specific direction of the donor. For example, the donor has said that please use this money as per this only or for this purpose only. So is that donation being used for that purpose only or not? Okay. And where there is a cash balance, whether the cash balance and vouchers are your invoice. So the cash balance and vouchers in the custody of manager are or trustee on the date of audit were in agreement with the accounts. Means he was just checking the accounts and he say, okay, this sale of 50,000, could you please show me this voucher, the invoice issued for the same? Okay. This purchase, can you show me this order that purchase was received? Okay, fine. Okay, all right. So whether all books, deeds and accounts, vouchers and other documents on records required by the auditor were produced before him. A register of the movable and immovable properties maintained. What do we call it? What do we call it? The fixed assets register, the investment register. Okay, all right. Then whether manager or trustee or any other person required by the auditor to appear before him did so. He did appear and had furnished the information necessary for his audit. Whether any property or funds of the trust were applied for any object or purpose other than the object of the trust. Same like that of charitable institution. Can you smell that? Can you all smell that? Okay. Deliberately, I did not take this before because I wanted you to review the charitable trust again. What questions are you asking? Yes. Okay. So you remember the documents. Very good. Okay. All right. Then, in case of whether the money, okay, amount, property of the funds were applied for the purpose other than the object, then the amount of outstanding for more than 1 year and the amount written off. If any amount has been outstanding, whether it has been written off or not, then whether any money of the public trust has been invested contrary to the provisions of applicable act. Means as the act requires you to invest that money, whether you have invested contrary to it or not. And in case of regular, irregular or improper expenditure, of failure or omission to recover the money or other property belonging to the public trust, or of loss of waste of money to other property. Simply it means that such expenditure, whether there is a misapplication of the funds or misconduct or any part of the trustees, it should be reported. Okay. All right. Then he has to also see whether the maximum and minimum number of trustees are maintained or not. Then whether the meetings are held regularly as provided in such instrument. Okay, means whatever their law says that meeting should be conducted during this duration, whether it has been conducted or not, whether minute books of the proceedings of the meeting is maintained, because from where will the auditor get to know what happened in the meeting? Through the minutes. Whether any of the trustees has any interest in the investment of the trust. If the trust has invested somewhere, any of the trustees were interested in that or not. Maybe they are invested in their, some management's relative company. So whether if they have invested there or not. So you have to see whether the vested interest lies or not. Okay. Then whether any of the trustees is a debtor or creditor of the trust, that company has made any purchases or sale to the trust or not. Whether any anonymous donation received are properly accounted. Very important, because you do not know from whom the donation is coming. Anonymous means some people are in a habit of donating and not letting the people know that they have donated. Anonymous donation received from someone unknown. You don't get to know. Okay. All right. So whether they have been accounted properly or not. Whether the irregularities pointed by the auditor have been duly complied by the trustee. The auditor told the trustee, see, these are the irregularities, please correct them. Whether they have corrected them or not, on any special matter which the auditor may think fit or necessary to bring to the notice of the deputy or assistant charity commissioner. Okay, so any special matter you can write, that will be fine. So that was about trusts. Okay, now coming to societies. Anybody any doubt in the trust? Please ask. No doubt. Okay, no doubt. So let's proceed to societies. Now, for societies, the auditor has to consider three acts. First, the Societies Registration Act 1860. The society is receiving any foreign contribution, then FCRA Act 2010 and Income Tax Act. Isn't it? So, three acts. Then he has to consider whether the object of the society needs to be ascertained from its memorandum, association or bylaws. So, for that he has to read the bylaws and memorandum. See, I told you bylaws are like articles of association, your internal rules and regulation. So, this may include charitable, social, cultural or some educational activities. So, for that he needs to study the memorandum and bylaws, isn't it? Okay. Then, obtain an understanding of the internal control, because he has to see that whether whatever money received or invested with respect to are they in respect to the objectives of the society or not. Okay, so internal control is very important. Evaluate appropriateness of accounting policies with special reference to donation and grants. How are they being dealt? Okay, AS 11, whether following accounting policies have been properly implemented or not. In cases some expenses incurred by the society are reimbursed by the donors, ascertain how these are recognized in the financial statements. When they have reimbursed it, how are they dealing with it? Is it properly accounted for or not? Ascertain if any inquiry has been held by the registrar. See, you know that inquiry registrar, whole inquiry, if there is some mismanagement or he has received request from those four people. Who four people? Okay, so if that is the case, then you have to see that if any inquiry has been held by the registrar. Okay, inquiry in case of multi-state cooperative society, who were those four people on whose request the central registrar held inquiry? Come on, tell me, who were those four people in case of multi-state cooperative society on whose request the central registrar held the inquiry? Very good. Four people I want. Creditor also, and 1/5 of the total number of members of the cooperative. Very good. Okay. Vedant, 2/3 creditors, who told you? 2/3 creditors, where are you coming from? It's just creditors. Vedant, please correct yourself. Okay. Right. Okay. Fine. All right. So, he has to see whether any inquiry by the registrar has been held, ascertain that all cases of irregular, illegal or improper expenditure or failure of omission, same as above, or other has been reported. And the last, ascertain whether such expenditure or waste was caused in consequence of breach of trust or misapplication or any misconduct on part of the governing body. So he has to see that such expenditure or waste is caused by misapplication, misconduct of this governing body or not. Is it clear to all of you? That completes our topic. That completes our topic. Okay. Anyone any doubt in this? Please ask me. Anyone any doubt in societies or trust? Others also please reply. Okay, I'm waiting for others also. Yes, 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 yes. I'm taking some MCQs. Are you all able to view my screen? Okay, all right. The screen of question and answers, are you able to view? Question number 1. Okay, all right. So question number 1. The audit of municipal corporation of a large metro city is in progress. Which of the following is not likely an object of such an audit? You have to see from the point of view of auditor that which of the following is not likely an object of such an audit. Come on, I want the answer. Number 1, to report on the adherence to legal and administrative requirements, to report on whether value is being fully received for the money spent, to report on the weakness of the system of financial control, to provide better civic amenities to residents of metro city. Let me see who gives the answer first. Very good, Isha. Very good, Golti Anil. Daksh. Wrong. You can't write Daksh likely, most likely, most likely. No. Just one answer. Rest of you are correct. Vedant, correct. Daksh, your answer is wrong. Achal, your answer is wrong. Read the question properly. Most likely to be an object for the audit. Isha correct, Golti correct, Vedant correct. Others please reply. Achal, your answer is wrong. Daksh, your answer is wrong. Achal again wrong. You can't guesswork here, Achal. Daksh now correct. See, what does it say? I'm explaining. They say in case of a municipal corporation, what is less likely to be the object of, or not likely to be the object of audit? So auditor has to report on the adherence to legal and administrative required. He has to see whether it is working as per laws or not. Will see. The auditor will see. He will report on whether the value is being fully received for money spent. Means for whatever money they are using. Is it on the propriety norms? Okay, is it getting enough value for the same? Is it going to benefit people for the same or not? Report on the weakness of system financial controls. This is the main object. The auditor will see to the system of financial control whether the finance are being properly controlled or not. But to provide civic amenities to the residents of metro city, how is that the object of the auditor to be fulfilled by? Are you understanding? Civic amenities means more facilities to the people of metro city. How will the auditor guarantee that? Golti is saying law, vouching, internal control is a health matter. Ashar is saying final option. Nisha, you are wrong. Okay. Is this question, Nisha, have you understood now? Okay. Is this question clear to all? See, it is a basic question. Just checking your general knowledge about what an objective of the audit could be. Isn't it? Okay. Can we proceed? Next question. The appointment of first auditor of a multi-state cooperative society is made by. We have done this today. The appointment of first auditor of a multi-state cooperative society is made by central registrar, board of society, members of society, central government. And who can also tell me within what time? It will be great. Vedant, your answer is wrong. Golti, your answer is wrong. Isha, your answer is correct. Daksh, correct. Correct. Very good, Isha. But your answer is, Isha, your answer is correct, right? Vedant, your answer is wrong. Golti, your answer is wrong. Today we did it. I told you. Golti again wrong. It is the subsequent auditor that the members of society appoint. First by the board within 1 month. And in case the board fails in the general meeting, subsequent by the members of the society. Come to that page again, all of you. Come on, all of you, come to that page again. Is my PDF visible to all? See, multi-state cooperative society. Yeah. Appointment of auditor. Is my screen visible to all? Okay. See. Section 70 of the Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act 2002 provide that the first auditor or auditors of multi-state cooperative society shall be appointed by the board within 1 month of the date of registration of such society. And the auditor so appointed shall hold the office until the conclusion of first annual general meeting. If the board fails to exercise its power, the multi-state cooperative society in general meeting may appoint the first auditor. Isn't it? Then the subsequent auditor are appointed by multi-state cooperative society. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Is it now clear to all of you? Will you all remember this? Good. Let's come to the next question. So the appointment is done first auditor by the board within 1 month, subsequent by the members of the society. Okay, all right. Okay. LLP files compliance return with whom? Registrar of Firms and Societies, Central Registrar, Registrar of Companies, Local Fund Audit Wing. LLP files compliance return with whom? With the Registrar of Firms and Societies, Central Registrar, Registrar of Companies, Local Audit Wing. Daksh, your answer is correct. Others? Kushi, where were you? Good, your answer is correct, Kushi. Golti Anil, from where is local fund audit wing coming from? Isha also, local fund audit wing. In which topic did we study local fund audit wing? Please tell me. Who will tell me? Local fund audit wing. Which entity did we study this term? LLP. Works as a company, isn't it? I told you LLP is a combination of partnership and companies. Yes. It has to be ROC. LLP working as company will give to ROC. Registrar of companies. Okay. Is it clear to all of you? All right. Next question. CAG has a right to order conduct of supplementary audit within dash days from the receipt of audit report. Supplementary audit. CAG. Let me see who remembers. Let me see who remembers. Isha, your answer is correct. Rest of you are giving ad hoc answers. Whatever we feel like, ma'am, 30, 60, 90, 120, whatever we feel like, it is perfectly fine. Come on, think. Supplementary audit. $60 within a period of 60 days. Okay. Next question. That aims at ascertaining that the expenditure incurred has been on the purpose for which the grant and appropriation has been provided, and that the amount of such expenditure does not exceed the appropriation made. Let me see who can answer this. What out of the four? Is it audit against provision of funds? Is it propriety audit? Is it audit of sanctions? Is it audit against rules and order? See, audit against rules and orders. First, let me see the answers. Let me see how many of you remember. All of you are answering correct. Till now, whosoever has answered. Achal, your answer is wrong, beta. You are giving wrong answers today, Achal. See, rules and order says as per the rules. Okay, sanction says as per the competent authority, properly sanctioned by a competent authority. Isn't it? Gold tea anil, how can it be propriety? Was it what was propriety? What was propriety, Gold tea? Gold tea, tell me what was propriety? Propriety was you are using it prudently or not. You are using as if it was your own money. Isn't it? And audit against provision of fund was as per the fund. So it talked of two things. That expenditure incurred has been for the purpose for which the appropriation was made, and it does not exceed the amount of appropriation. For example, you have appropriated 10,000 rupees for certain expenditure. So it is as per the appropriation for that particular purpose and not exceeding 10,000. Do you all remember this or not? Should I take it once again? Come on, students, I want the answer from you. Should I take that point once again? What are you all replying? Let me see. We do remember. No, ma'am, we will revise. Okay. All right. Next question. The auditor of a sole proprietor concern is appointed by CAG, bank, its customers, or the sole proprietor himself. You would have answered this question wrong now. It would have been utter shame. Yes. Vedant, what spelling are you writing for sole prop writer? He's writing S sol prop and writer WRITER. Yes, the answer is the sole proprietor himself. All of you have answered correctly. Good. Okay. Let me see who knows the answer to this question. Every LLP would be required to file annual return in form dash with ROC within 60 days from the closure of the financial year. It's okay, Vedant. We all are human beings. We can tend to make mistakes. Anil Golti, your answer is wrong. Daksh, your answer is correct. Ramachandran, your answer is correct. Where were you all through the other questions? Golti, your answer is wrong. Others, please reply. Okay, Isha, your answer is correct. Vedant, your answer is correct. Kushi, your answer is correct. Nisha, your answer is wrong, beta. Okay, okay, Ramachandran, it's fine. So the answer is form 11. Okay, the answer is form 11. Okay, who will tell me what was form 8 for? Every LLP is required to submit something in form number 8 within 30 days from the end of 6 months of the financial year. Very good. Very good. Statement of account and solvency. Very, very good. Proud of you all. Very, very good. Very good. Anyone, any doubt in the questions what we have done? Anyone, any doubt? Please ask me so that I can ask you more questions. Anyone, any doubt? No doubt. Okay. Who will tell me answer to this question? Dash lease treated like dash lease is treated like a renting agreement. It is not operational Golti Anil, it is operating lease. Okay, not operational. Achal, financing lease. What's wrong with you, Achal? Today you are answering all wrong. Achal, it is operating lease. Okay. Lease term generally extends to less than dash of the projected useful life of the leased asset. Lease term generally extends to less than dash percentage, it's some kind of percentage of the projected useful life of the leased assets. Golti Anil, your answer is wrong. Daksh correct, Isha correct. गोल्टी कहाँ से आ गया ये 10 साल? From where is this 10 years life coming to? I fail to understand. Lease term, I'm repeating my question. Lease term generally extends to less than dash percentage of projected useful life of the leased asset. In case of operating lease. In case of operating lease. My bad, I did not say operating because the question was from operating, so I asked from operating. I'm sorry, I did not mention. My bad, please. I apologize for the same. In case of operating lease. 75% is the right answer. Very good, all of you. Yes, Achal, now it's correct. Achal, now it's correct. Okay. Next question. In case of cooperative societies, listen to me carefully. In case of cooperative society, contribution to education fund is a dash on profits. Isha correct. Daksh correct. Vedant Tiwari, prescribed limit is not the right answer. Charge on profit is the correct answer. Rest of you are answering it correct. Charge on profit and not an appropriation. Means whether you have the profit or you do not have, you have to give or contribute to education. Very good. Yes, Golti. Very good. Okay. Under which section does the central government has a power to direct special audit? Under which section does the central government has the power to direct special audit? Very good, Isha. Very good. Great going. Daksh, your answer is wrong. Vedant, your answer is wrong. I had specially mentioned three sections, 77, 78 and 79 to be important one. Under which section does the central government has the power to direct special audit? 77 is the right answer. Golti, your answer is wrong. Okay. Who can be appointed as an auditor for multi-state cooperative society? Who can be appointed as an auditor for multi-state cooperative society? Very good, Isha. Very good, Golti. Very good, Ramachandran. Very good, all of you. Very good. So proud of you. Very good. Okay. What does section 78 required the central government to hold? Section 78. What was it regarding? Section 78. 77 we know. 78. Inquiry by central registrar, not central government. Isha, Central Registrar. Okay. Yes. Very good. Very good, Achal now. Very good. Okay. Very good. Others also very good. Okay. Should I ask something from the very previous content? Hmm? Are you all ready? Are you all ready? Okay. In case of government audit, in case of government audit, who will appoint, who will appoint, you mean Geo with, Daksh, what is your question? Nothing. Okay. All right. In case of government, who will appoint the government audit and who will appoint the CAG? Who will appoint CAG? Very good, Vedant. Very good. Very good, Isha. President. Yes. How can he be removed? Very good. Very good, all of you. How can he be removed? How can he be removed? Very good. Misbehavior, incapacity. Okay. All right. Yes, yes, yes. In case of Judge of Supreme Court, he can be removed only when each house of the parliament decides by a majority of not less than two-thirds of the members of the house present and voting. Do you all remember? Yes, very good, very good. So now my question to you, whatever question I asked you, anyone who faced a kind of, it is comptroller. Isha, it is comptroller, not controller. Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Comptroller, not controller, not controller. Comptroller. COMP. Comptroller of India. A comptroller. Okay? Yes. Any one of you who faced discomfort or did not understand any of the questions or thought that ma'am this thing I am unable to understand, any one of you, please ask me. Can I consider this chapter to be complete? Now the ball is in your court. You have to revise and ask me your doubts. No doubts, no study. More doubts, more study. Obviously, when you study more, then only you will have more doubts. Can I consider this chapter? Yes, ma'am, only I have to revise. Yes. Okay. All right. So, can we call up for the day? Can we say a goodbye? Students, please permit me. Or in that case, okay. All right. So, good night, everyone. Take care. And in the next session, ask your doubt if you have to from this question, this chapter or the previous chapters. Please feel free to ask your doubts. Okay? All right. So, good night, everyone. Take care. God bless you all. Technical team, thank you for your support. Good night and take care.